questions tonight about the safety inside a Tennessee prison just weeks after authorities say an inmate ambushed and killed a corrections officer.
State Senator Ken Yager pressed the head of corrections for answers, and that lawmaker says leaders failed to heed several warning signs about the threat, putting corrections officer Dustin Pedigo in danger. Leadership in corrections defended their actions, but also outlined changes in the works. 10 News reporter Lauren Davis has more on today's developments, including how Morgan County Prison inmates were able to jimmy their way out of their cells. Lauren.
John Robin, Senator Yager confronted Department of Correction Commissioner Frank Strada this morning during a Senate Finance Committee meeting. He says Pedigo's death never should have happened. During a Senate Finance Ways and Means Committee budget hearing, Tennessee Department of Correction leaders began by honoring Officer Dustin Pedigo, killed in February while making solo rounds at the Morgan County Correctional Complex.
His murder is a tragic reminder that the men and women who work in Tennessee prisons face inherent risks every day.
Officials say Pedigo was doing what he was trained to do, checking cell locks to maintain safety, when an inmate ambushed and killed him with a shank. Senator Ken Yager of Kingston, however, says the prison system ignored or missed numerous warning signs, including flaws in the door locks themselves.
This could have been prevented, candidly, with as much concern about his security as your own.
Yager says inmate Reginald Steed, suspected of killing Pedigo, had made repeated threats by phone and letter to kill or hurt people before the attack.
He was going to kill you, and that he was going to kill an employee or someone in a correctional officer. He may have not exactly used that word. He did that in 4 letters to you. He did that in comments in front of other inmates.
He says the inmates had figured out how to easily manipulate the Morgan County cell locks.
The inmates could jimmy these locks with a piece of paper and open the doors.
TDOC Commissioner Frank Strada acknowledged the system is flawed, and that Morgan County was the last prison on the list for a lock replacement project.
That was not a list that was made by this administration.
Since the attack, Strada says personnel are now adding a temporary fix to block inmates from opening their doors.
It's padlocked and chained, so it has to be opened that way before using the regular locks on the door.
At the same time, TDOC is asking for more funding for security upgrades, new technology, and more staffing. Strada says expanding drone detection systems could help stop contraband from entering prisons, and the use of AI could flag real-time threats.
This will allow the department's investigators to respond in real time before contraband is distributed or before violence escalates. At the same time, we've continued to make progress in stabilizing our workforce.
Commissioner Strada says an internal review and criminal investigation are underway into Pedigo's death. Senator Yager says lawmakers are trying to figure out if additional safety measures like body cameras for correctional officers should be required moving forward.